What's up, guys? At the Paranormal. We are inside the oldest wooden jail in America, and this is a professional ghost hunter. You want to introduce yourself again?
My name's Derek Bradley. I'm the founder of Cape and Islands Paranormal Research Society and Cape Cod's Haunted History Tour Company. It was constructed in 1690 by the Order of Massachusetts and Plymouth Bay Colony Courts. However, this is not where we're sitting in it. Is not the original place. About a mile down the street from where we're sitting is now known as the Old Jail Lane. That's where it sat as an independent building from 1690 to 1820. And then it stayed on the property till 1970. Then it was moved up here in two sections and put on the ground as what we know as the Coast Guard Heritage Museum in Barnstable Village.
Can you tell us some of the lore, the stories from this building?
So, when I started ghost hunting in 2000, I came by this building looking for, I had heard Old Jail Lane was haunted. I want to know if the old jail was. So I came in here when the Historical Society was actually on the property then. I started asking around, is the old jail haunted? And I met a young lady in her 90s. Not too young. And I asked her, is the old jail haunted? And she's like, oh yeah. I got this female ghost in here that can be seen standing there and standing up on the second floor, but she never comes out. So I came back in 2008 and we're looking through the windows, and the property had been vacant for years. And then the Coast Guard Heritage Museum moved in, and I proposed to the county that my nonprofit maintain and operate giving historical tours of the building. Now, as a ghost hunter, I wasn't really interested in the hauntings of the building. I was interested in the history of the building because, history, you can't have a good ghost story without some great history. So I ended up coming here, cleaning up the building, and then we're inside the building up front, and we're sitting in the back of the building right now. And that's when we heard footsteps in the back where no one was. So then there's a door open, and I came back here to greet the person who I thought actually entered the back of the building. There was nobody here. And then I heard, we're mimicking the footsteps. We heard footsteps up front, and one of the chairs move. Now I thought one of the guys from the museum was messing with us. So I ran up front to catch him in the act, and there was nobody there. That's actually what prompted us to bring our ghost hunting equipment out, like you have. Digital voice recorders are common. So of course we always ask, especially if we don't know the history of the building, who's here? Immediately I got a response about a man saying Joel Smith and a woman saying Mary. Well, a week's period of time of ghost hunting, we got snippets of answers. We started seeing the darker and start shifting around us. Now, I started, excuse me, bringing tours in here, and people on the tours started having experiences. And what was freaky about it was, all of a sudden, these two tall, dark, shadowy figures started appearing in the jail with us. Now these figures are tall and broad. They go by lights. The darkness would shift over doorways, and people started freaking out. Well, the thing about it is that we got the impression they were men. Well, after a little while, they let us know they're men, because typically, not every time, but typically when there are women here in the building, these two figures show up, they like to touch women's hair and sniff it. So, and people started quitting and not hearing like the stories I was telling. So they started getting really rambunctious about it being haunted. So I thought of a great fundraising idea for years, and I used to let people come in here and spend the night with us to do haunted overnights. Use ghost hunting equipment and try out there, tapping there, go wedding, getting wet and ghost hunting. And that's when we started noticing other ones, like a small one crouching by the wall, get up, shamble across the room, then crouch back down again. Now, of course, the size of it, we get the impression as a child. So we started talking as a child, and that's when we caught a little boy's voice talking back to us. Now, as you know, ghost hunting is mundane. If you're out in the field, you have to just sit and wait and wait. It's almost like watching paint dry or grass grow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to make it a little bit more exciting, you know what we do? We call them out to give us signs. We started doing that in this building, and that's when things got creepy.
Wow. I'm a little worried. I just washed my hair, so I want to take a sniff. Go right ahead.
Oh.
The history is it's so interesting in here. I mean, I've like if you can see, but like the walls are burnt because there was a fire here, right?
Yeah, 1972, when the building was put here on the property, an arsonist tried to burn it down, but it was noticed really quickly and put out, and the flames were extinguished. A lot of the ceiling and most of the walls are burnt in the back here.
Yeah, that's crazy. Did they ever catch the person that did it?
No.
Wow. I wonder what for. Just because?
There's theories around town, kicking around town.
Yeah. Love to deface historic property. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But wow, I mean, thank you so much for telling us the history and giving us your knowledge.
Yeah, one of the typical things that happen to people in here, by the way, I don't know if you had any questions or anything. Typical things that happen to us here in the building is, besides getting touched, is people have their ankles grabbed or tapped or they're poked. Now, we believe it's actually an old man. See, because we were doing an investigation here one night, sitting around, and I had a gentleman named David, an avid ghost hunter, coming here by himself to go ghost hunting. I would never. Like, for us three to be in here right now, I feel a little overwhelmed because there's 6 entities that haunt this building. We're actually outnumbered.
Mm-hmm.
So David had signed up that night and sorted a mother and daughter. And I left them to go get a cup of coffee. I came back and they're all standing outside the jail. And I asked David what happened. Now, David said they're back here where we're sitting, trying to collect EVPs or Voices of the Dead. Nancy got startled David so much he's quit ghost hunting. The mother and daughter have not been back for another haunted overnight.
Oh, you just quit from the experience?
Do you want to hear that recording?
Heck
that they
yeah.
got in this building that night?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you have it. Oh my God. Yeah, because you keep the really good ones, right?
Yeah. This is actually David. He's going to ask a question. Do you want us to leave? Or are we bothering you? Listen to what it says after. Are we bothering you?
Do you want me to leave? Am I bothering you?
Whoa.
No, sir. That sounds like a real person's voice.
That's the old man.
Wow.
He's
He
the
said,
one
yeah.
He's the one that likes to poke people here in this building.
Oh, fun.
Oh, you said yeah. It sounded like it was
Yeah,
far away, too.
and it did.
Yeah,
It did. It
he's
sounds
in
like he was in,
another part of the
room.
a different part of the building. Wow, that's crazy.
Most EVPs you catch sound like they're down a hallway or in tin cans.
They say it sounds like almost like you're underwater,
Yeah,
almost like they're
yeah.
talking through static or
Correct.
far away.
They were back here, and it sounded like he was in the front building.
yeah.
The 3 of them did not hear that with their own ears. So for the equipment to pick that up, it was pretty fast.
Now,
Was
do
that
you
the REM pod?
what?
I just heard like a beep.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't looking.
No, that couldn't have been the recorder.
Oh, do you believe that like the spirits are here physically with us at all times, or do you think they kind of
I think
travel
they're-
back and forth?
It's funny. I don't know where they go, but they're not all 6 of them are ever here at the same time.
Uh-huh.
We've captured evidence of 6 different ones. Typically in this building, it's the small child, the old man, and the 2 figures. We do get a woman once in a while. We get her voice, or the sound of a swishing of a dress on a floor, like a ball gown on a floor.
Mm-hmm.
But last night I was here in the building with 40 people, and at the end of the tours, I always ask them, "Can you give us a sign that you're with us?" And sure enough, in the next room over beside us, we heard a bang. Now, I'm a skeptical believer in everything as a ghost. And of course, it being Halloween, I thought the neighborhood kids know my tour. They would come around, they banged on the wall. So a gentleman that was standing closest to the door, he went outside. I had him go outside and look around, and there was nobody there.
Wow.
When he came back in and said, "There's nobody there," everybody got a panic. And then there was people that dropped off the tour, went outside. And we asked him signs, and nothing else happened. And then the tour trickles down, and I let a couple of people stand back here, and especially in these stools.
Yeah.
The stool you're sitting in is one of the most actively haunted places here in this building.
Wow.
Sitting in the dark, people usually hear voices coming from the wall side, so from the outside, yeah. So as they're sitting here in the corner facing me, they'll hear talking on the other side, or they have their hair touched, shirts grabbed on. But the most common thing happens, and I'm going to give you an example. You're sitting in the dark with no lights on. Close your eyes, right? I'm going to stand up and get close to you, but I'm not going to touch you, okay? But you can feel this. They actually feel someone bend down and get in their space. So close. But their eyes are open. They can feel the dark get really close and then bend away.
Yeah, because you get the feeling like
Yeah,
you're
you
being
know
watched or
when
you're someone's close.
You know when someone invades your personal space. And that's what usually happens. And I've had couples back in here fight each other thinking they're getting poked and pushed. But meanwhile, turn lights on, they're 4 feet away from each other.
Oh, no.
Necklaces grabbed, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Is Mary here? If there's a woman here, can you say yes? That's the same voice.
What was that?
I don't know what that said. I'm just gonna close my eyes.
Okay. There any spirits here? Can you make a sign?
Hey.
What is your name?
Something just said something, I couldn't hear it, but it was the same voice that said, hey.
How long have you been here?
A long time.
Ain't no way. What year is it? I'm really scared right now. Do you remember what you were put in here for?
Sounded like an old person. I couldn't understand what they said.
Could you repeat what you said?
I'm here.
How old are you?
I was wrecked, or I couldn't. Someone sounded like wrecked.
Were you the one who carved the ship into the wall?
That was us.
Why did you draw a ship? Is there anything you want to say to us? Is there a way you can make a noise to show us that you're here?
Murder?
Is that what you did to come here? How many of you are here?
Hey.
Could you tell me your name?
Hi, Gabe.
That was too much for me.
What?
Saying hi, Gabe.
It did. It was a little girl's voice. It sounded like it just said, "Hi, Gabe." Like just like
That's
that.
too much for me.
I swear to
And when
God.
you said that, I heard like a knock all the way down there.
Well, I was hearing stuff, but are there child spirits here in the jail? There's people outside. What's your name? Is the old man here, the one that likes to smell women's hair?
What's the year?
Is Mary here?
Who are the people who carved the ship into the wall?
Is W. Bartlett here? The two shadow figures here. Gabriel moving. It's not moving. I can hear everything.
Were you in the upstairs cells or the downstairs cells?
Can one of you guys come up and touch that device on the ground in front of me with the white top? It'll let us know you're here.
Are you bothered by us being here?
Is there anything that you'd like to say to us? We'll be able to hear you. Motorcycle. I've been here before. Do you recognize me? Is my phone vibrating?
Is there anything you want to say before we end the recording?
Can you make a noise somewhere in the building?
You heard that?
No. I can't hear anything because I can hear people talking outside. Cross the rods for yes or open them for no. Are there multiple spirits here in this building? Cross for yes, open for no. Cross them into an X for yes. You're moving your hands, Gabe. I can see you. Sit in the dark and just sit and listen just for
Just
a couple
record?
minutes. Yeah, just record, but just sit and listen for a couple minutes. If someone's here, could you please make a noise that we can hear? That was my stomach. I'm gonna knock. You think you can copy me?
Sounds like bumping above us. There's bumping above us. You
It's
heard?
not bumping, it sounds like metal.
Yeah, that's from the blacksmith. I heard like things above us.
Can you do that again? If there's a man here, do you think you could make a knocking sound for us? Is that you?
Yeah. Sorry.
If there's a woman here, could you make a knock?
I think I seen one of the playing cards move.
What? Are you recording over there?
Yeah, but they can't see it because it's too dark. But I think I seen one of them move. I just seen a white light, like in real time. Like it was really fast.
No, that's outside.
Yeah, I told you.
A lot of damn noise pollution in here. It's so old. You can hear everything. Freezing. Does the man who loves women's hair want to come up and give my hair a smell?
What was that? It's like a scrape.
I don't know. Okay, so many cars. Could you move or walk or make the floorboards creak or something loud enough that we can know for sure? We really want to prove to people that you're here. So is there any way that you can confirm that there is, in fact, a spirit here? Do you want to do that? You want to go on to the justice?
Do not ask this.
Yeah, but you can do it this time.
Okay.
Can you tell me what your name is?
1.
Who are we speaking to?
Concern. Friday.
Is the spirit of the old man here with us? Whoever was touching the device with the antenna sticking up out of it, can you go up and touch that again? We know that you're...
No, we are all. Or something.
How many are you?
Yes.
How many spirits are here with us right now?
We are
Can you give me a number?
R1.
Is it true there's an old man here that likes to smell women's hair?
Feeling. Third.
Can you tell us if it bothers you if we're here? Do you mind us being here?
Just another.
How old are you?
Hooray.
What year is it? Can you tell me?
Showered.
Can you tell me if there's a man here? Why do you stay here?
Just happening.
What?
Hold on. How do I shut this thing off? I felt like that, like a little poke.
No, I didn't touch you. I've been over here the whole time.
Like it was like,
Well, didn't he say something likes to grab ankles and poke?
yeah. Like I don't know how to explain it. It felt like it was like,
Like one finger or like a pressure?
yeah, it felt like a pressure on it.
Can somebody go up and touch that device right there with the white top with the antenna sticking up? Just go up and touch it.
Did you get anything relevant?
No, not really. We're going to be getting ready to leave. If there's anything that you'd like to say or do or anything at all that you want to do, just let us know. Make a sound, touch one of our pieces of equipment. Give us the proof that you're here. Camera's glitching. You can go up and touch that little green light on the stool. It'll light up colors and let us know you're here. And somebody was already playing with the REM pod earlier, which is that device with the white top and that metal thing sticking out of the top. Somebody was touching it earlier. Can you do it again? Here, hold this for a second. Where's the spare box?